All right, we're gonna get this audio turned on again. This battery's gonna die. It's gonna be outstanding. All right, so welcome back to my audio project where I am sharing daily intentions that will help you become really the best human you can be. And the bold mission here is simply to share mindset, health, and guidance that you can use as you see fit to really give you the best possible life, whether you're a parent, an athlete, a businessman or woman. And today we're going to share on the project something that I hear a lot, and I feel like we need to step back and understand, it is okay for you to appreciate and struggle and have joy in the world. And I say this specifically because when I am working with people, and whether it's athletes and we're competing, or businessmen and women who are working daily on the grind and building their business to be a very successful organization that's impacting their communities, what I hear a lot is comparing their current struggles and problems to others. And this is dangerous. And the reason this is dangerous is because we don't know what their other person is dealing with or what they have dealt with up to that point. Also, they don't know what we've dealt with. So in comparing one life situation to another life situation is very risky. One, it is risky because it challenges the quality and situation of your life, and it puts you at a point where you maybe can never appreciate and enjoy these life moments themselves. So, while there is a need, and I definitely dive into this topic, to have perspective, right? You have to have perspective on your life situation and the problems, absolutely. But that does not mean that we go so far over on having perspective that we now diminish the quality of our life. Meaning, your problems are not less because someone else has a harder problem. And I want to go into that because when we think about our moment and our something that we're dealing with, whether it is a scary family event, somebody was harmed, we have a big business challenge, a product that is not rolling the way it should, we got injured and we have to take a few months to recover and become a healthier human. Yes, there are people who have worse problems. There are people who have bigger product issues. There are people who are getting kicked out of their homes. A family member died. All these terrible things are happening. That doesn't make your problem less to you. You need perspective to appreciate that, relative and one versus the other, yes. We're dealing with, the flu, and that's terrible. You can feel bad and still appreciate and give empathy to someone that maybe has a terminal illness. You can have stress and struggle because you have an injury, knowing that somebody else has an injury that they will never recover from. Because you have something that's hard doesn't mean it isn't hard for you. And you have to be able to balance and reflect and see that. You have a right to feel struggle because your hard struggles are just that your challenges at this moment reflect your moment. What you're able to deal with, what you're moving through, these are real things in your life. So I need us to appreciate and stress that these are not moments that we don't want to worry about. We want These are moments that we need to reflect on, act on, of course, have the broader perspective, but work in the pressure, the concern, the fear, and anxiety that you have. It is perfectly normal to have these in spite of all these much larger global issues, or that there is someone worse off. You have to have perspective for you. You have to empathize and then act. You have fires. We have problems. But second to that defense mechanism of, well, their problems are worse than mine, yes, that is a tactic that people use to reduce their stress or maybe appreciate where they are, which is healthy, but should never be used in a way that negates and dishonors the situation that you are in, because this is your life. And I'm so intense about this because the opposite side is you deserve to feel joy. You cannot discount your awesome moments in life because you're comparing your success, love, and station to other people. You do deserve to feel joy for the simple and the grand. You need to feel joy. You can celebrate an amazing sunrise. You can celebrate a small win or a gigantic win. You should appreciate these moments that are happy. We don't need to have a comparison that diminishes this joy, because without this emotion, we won't be able to celebrate. And let's talk about that for a half second. When you think about the good in your day and celebrating these wins, this is achieved by appreciating where we are, not comparing ourselves to where others are. That is dangerous. There is an amazing joy that comes from you doing what is best for you emotionally and honestly. Around the world, there is a trend. Around the world, there is a trend. I see it in my vicinity and where I live, where people come together and then they try to incrementally escalate their activities, their vacations, the parties that they host. An escalation not only in what is a part of that, but beyond that. An escalation of comparisons. Well, we're going to go to this beach, which is better than that beach because the other people went to the other beach. Or we're going to host a party and now we're going to have fireworks as opposed to just streamers hanging from the chandelier. Your happiness is honestly not dictated about the ever escalation of intensity and exclusivity of activities and things that you do. They are not. Your happiness is dictated about what you enjoy. And so I would encourage, when you think about not only your personal passions and your activities that create these opportunities for joy and happiness, to keep them authentic to yourself, to allow yourself to have joy, to not compare, whether it is for the good things or for the bad things. It is this perspective that gives us the maximum potential to not only squeeze this life and have the most amazing experiences in the moment without comparison, and it allows us to have perspective and to respect ourselves when things are hard and when we're struggling. And it allows us to get through these tough situations, because when you are self-aware in the challenge and in the struggle, you can see and work through a path to come out the other side. So thank you for joining me on my project. Is there anything I ever can do for you? Please let me know. I would love to hear how you manage through your struggles, and what is your favorite joy? Let me know. It means a lot to me that you've made it to listen, and if there's more I can do for you, I'm happy to do it.